Welcome to the Easy Peasy Methodcast, the podcast where we dive deep into the easy peasy method for quitting porn. This isn't just a conversation about stopping, it's about understanding, letting go, and embracing the freedom and joy of being a non user. With a little help from AI magic, I break down themes and insights to help you on your path to a happy, addiction free life. The goal? A smooth porn prison break. And let me tell you, once you're on the other side, you'll wonder why you were ever afraid to leave it behind. Let's talk about fear. Fear is such a sneaky and powerful emotion, isn't it? It plays a massive role in keeping people stuck in addiction. It's that little voice whispering that you can't quit, that it will be too hard, or that life without porn will somehow be less enjoyable, less manageable. Fear is like an invisible cage, keeping you from stepping into the freedom that's waiting for you on the other side. Addiction itself has two components, and fear feeds into both. The first is the little monster. The physical addiction, that small, mild dependency on the dopamine rush. The second, and far more significant, is the big monster, the psychological addiction. This is the brainwashing that convinces you porn is essential, that you need it to cope, relax, or even enjoy life. And what drives this big monster more than anything else? Fear. Fear of withdrawal, fear of the unknown, fear of failing. It's the glue holding the whole thing together. One of the first fears people encounter when thinking about quitting is the fear of withdrawal. We've all seen dramatic portrayals of withdrawal from substances like drugs or alcohol, and the idea of going through something like that can be terrifying. But here's the thing. The physical withdrawal from quitting porn is often surprisingly mild. Sure, there might be some discomfort, a restless night here, a distracted mind there, but it's nothing like the horror stories your brainwashing wants you to believe. The real challenge isn't the symptoms themselves, it's the fear of those symptoms. This fear triggers your brain's stress response, as if quitting were some kind of existential threat. Your mind blows every little sensation out of proportion, and suddenly it feels like you're facing something insurmountable. It's like seeing a shadow on the wall and convincing yourself there's a monster in the room. But when you turn on the light, you realize it was just a coat hanging on a chair. Withdrawal is manageable. The fear, though, that's what makes it feel so overwhelming. Another major fear that keeps people stuck is the fear of the unknown. It's that nagging question. What will my life look like without porn? You might think, how will I deal with boredom? What will I do when I'm stressed? Will I even be happy? These thoughts are so common because addiction convinces you that porn is your safety net, your go-to coping mechanism. It's like a false friend that claims to be there for you when you need it, but actually makes everything worse in the long run. This fear of the unknown creates a tug of war in your mind. On one hand, you know porn is harming you. It's stealing your time, your energy, and your self-respect. But on the other hand, you've been brainwashed into believing it gives you something: pleasure, relief, and escape. This internal conflict, this cognitive dissonance, keeps you stuck. And the more you let fear call the shots, the harder it feels to take that leap into freedom. This is where brainwashing plays its biggest role. Society, media, and even your own experiences have conditioned you to think of porn as a necessary crutch. Feeling stressed? Watch porn. Feeling bored? Watch porn. Feeling lonely? You know the drill. Over time, your brain starts to associate these emotions with the need for porn, creating a loop that's hard to break. Here's the truth, though. Porn doesn't solve anything. It doesn't relieve stress. It just distracts you from it for a moment. It doesn't bring you happiness. It numbs you to the real joys of life. The fear of losing this so-called crutch is built on an illusion. Once you see through it, the fear starts to dissolve. Cravings are another way fear keeps you trapped. Cravings aren't just about wanting porn. They're about fearing you can't handle life without it. Stress, boredom, loneliness, these are natural parts of being human, but addiction convinces you that porn is the only way to cope. That addictive voice, the little monster, starts whispering lies. You need this to relax. You can't handle this without it. Just one more time won't hurt. And because fear is at the core of these cravings, they can feel incredibly powerful. But once you recognize them for what they are, just thoughts, not truths, they start to lose their grip. So how do you overcome fear? The key is to shift your mindset. Quitting isn't about giving something up. It's about reclaiming your freedom. It's about seeing porn for what it really is, a trap. And once you realize it's been adding nothing to your life, the fear starts to fade. The first step is recognizing that the benefits of porn are a lie. It doesn't make life better. it keeps you stuck. By seeing through the illusion, you can start to reframe quitting not as a loss, but as a gain. Imagine waking up without guilt or shame. Imagine having more energy, more time, and more confidence. That's the reality waiting for you as a non user. Challenging your fears is another important step. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Often you'll find that the fears are exaggerated or even baseless. The idea of quitting is far scarier than the reality. Building new habits can also help. Instead of turning to porn, find healthier ways to handle stress, boredom, or loneliness. Go for a walk, pick up a hobby, connect with friends. These small changes can make a huge difference in rewiring your brain and breaking the cycle. Here's the best part. Once you've broken free, you'll realize there was nothing to fear all along. Life as a non-user is peaceful, joyful, and fulfilling. The constant tug of war in your mind disappears, and you're left with clarity and confidence. I can tell you from experience, being a non-user is pure bliss. It's like stepping out of a storm and into the sunshine, and I want that for every single one of you listening today. Fear may be a powerful force, but it doesn't have to control you. By understanding how it works, you can start to dismantle the lies and illusions that keep you stuck. Remember, quitting isn't about willpower. It's about seeing the truth. And the truth is, you're better off without porn. Thank you for spending this time with me on the Easy Peasy Methodcast. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might need a little encouragement. Freedom is closer than you think. Until next time, take care, stay positive, and remember, life as a non-user is something to celebrate. Spread the word, my friends. Share this podcast on forums, give the Easy Peasy Method a shout out on your socials, and tell your buddies about it. Together, we can help anyone still stuck in the porn trap break free and start living their best lives.